What's up, guys? Sundays for NASCAR here, our weekly podcast. We are with Chairgatin. Dakota, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, boys? Good to make worlds collide and get in here with you guys. Man, we've been talking about it for a minute, but we're finally making it happen.
Finally making it happen. So, like I said, guys, this is our weekly podcast.
Uh,
I want to start off by saying I fucking went crazy today not watching any racing.
oh, dude, my whole weekend's been like out of line. I don't even know what to do in my life.
Nick, how you hanging in there, man?
I'm not. That's what I gotta say. I'm not.
So, this
I've
is
literally
going to
been
be...
Or
Go
I've been
ahead.
like, what do I do with my Sunday? Like, what do you want to do tomorrow? What do you like? What do I do with my hands?
I don't know what to do with my hands. This is the free for all edition, anything and everything NASCAR. So we really kind of don't have a plan for tonight. We're hitting the ground running.
Hey,
I know that me and Nick talked about, we wanted to get a little bit of silly season into this. A lot of news has came out. Brad leaving, we all knew that. Worst kept secret history in NASCAR. You want to take it off, Nick?
Yeah, man. I went through literally every single driver, and it took me a good bit of time to figure out where their contracts were and when they ended and where people might be going. And so this is all speculation, but we have had some confirmations on some drivers.
Yeah, we have. I got my notes here. We have 2 open vehicles for the 2022 season. We got 2311. That's going to be adding another charter. We know maybe who's going there. And we have Trackhouse, who just bought out Chip Ganassi. We've all heard it. We've all said it. Kurt Busch to 2311. How you feel about that, Dakota?
I think it's almost like when these rumors get going, like they're usually that's what the way the ball's going to roll. If Kurt gets in there, I think it's a great opportunity for them. Even if whether he went 2311 or stay with Trackhouse, I think the 2311 seems like the better bet. But you got a championship driver, Daytona 500 winner, Kurt Busch. Obviously, he can still win. He's still banging them out year to year. It's a win for whoever gets them at this point. And then some of them other silly seasons I was going to mention with the Brad K. When he shared on Twitter, like the Bart or the Simpsons, where he like walked out and then he walked back into the bushes when everybody started talking about it. That was like literally the worst one. When that came out, I was like, really? Like, that would be kind of cool for him. But I was like, dude, oh man. And then like literally everybody's like, yeah, it's pretty much done. It's over. And then when he announced it, it was like, dude, we already know.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Well, if Kirk does leave, I guess Trackhouse. So we got the chance to catch up at the Atlanta race with the Chip Ganassi team member, and he was saying that Trackhouse wants to keep everybody that's already employed by Chip Ganassi. Wants to keep everybody. It would be stupid to fire anybody because, the team's already there. They know how to work together. You know what I mean? So if Kurt wanted to stay, he would be staying. But with Kurt getting an opportunity to ride with 2311, I believe that leaves Ross Chastain going to Trackhouse.
I would agree with that. I think that's probably what we're going to end up seeing.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I could totally see that happening. The hell, as crazy as this silly season's getting, I've yet to be surprised. Who knows what's going to happen? But if I had to put everything in a basket, I'd say that's what I would hope would happen. And I want Ross to kind of keep his ride there. I think we've yet to see really what all his potential is. But then also haven't seen Kurt in a Toyota or a Toyota team. So, it kind of put him in there in the Toyota camp, get all the manufacturers in.
Yeah. He's basically gone to everybody already. So
yeah,
his options are kind of limited.
He's getting passed around.
Yeah, didn't Kirk actually, didn't he announce his retirement like 3 years ago?
I felt like he heavily implied, and then
it was something.
And preseason they had that little teaser video with Monster where he's like, "I'm riding into the sunset. I ain't done yet," or something. And you're like, "Is he retiring? What is this?"
Yeah.
kind of gave you the feels a little bit. Why are you toying with
Yeah.
us, Kurt? Come on, dude.
Yeah, playing with my emotions.
I like that other video that he put out earlier this year. That was God, what movie was that from? With Leonardo DiCaprio, and he was basically saying that I'm not done yet. I'm still here. I cannot remember the name of the movie.
Yeah. I remember they did like another. They did like another teaser. I love Kurt.
Wolf of Wall
like,
Street.
That's another thing. Okay. Yeah. He's like, I'm not fucking leaving.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Is like Kurt and Monster. That's huge money. I imagine Monster's staying and going wherever he ends up or whatever he does. But it's like you're gonna be bringing some dollar bills to whatever team he ends up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. You know, we have ending contracts that have yet to be re-signed, if you will. In my notes, I got Eric Almirola. He hasn't re-signed yet. That's kind of crazy a little bit if you think about it. One win's not going to get you another contract for a full season, but he does have Smithfield, or what is it?
Yeah, it's Smithfield.
Isn't it Smithfield? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like they're going to follow wherever he goes. So I think 10-car, he is secured. He doesn't have anything to worry about. But I was listening on the radio that maybe Ryan Priest to the 10-car, wherever they got that at, it was on Sirius XM.
Yeah, that's more legit than some of these other places where people try to start rumors like Reddit. They're just shooting from the hip over there, it seems, just making up outlandish rumors. But, man, I don't know. That's people are like, dude, Almirola's out. He's done. You think Smithfield's going to carry his ass with his poor season? Comes out and spanks him at New Hampshire, and everybody's like, yeah, I think Almirola's going to re-sign. So,
dude, that's what we were talking about last week, Nick. We were like, man, I was excited to play Eric Almirola in my lineup last year in fantasy, and it completely dropped the ball this year, man, and came out of nowhere. Nowhere. I haven't heard his name at all.
I thought for sure he would have been done.
Yeah, didn't we have someone play him last week? And didn't you say something about that? Nobody played him. Okay. Hell yeah. Well, also JTG Racing, Ricky Stenhouse has yet to be re-signed. Possibility of John Hunter Nemechek moving up from Truck Series back to Cup?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I doubt it.
I don't know. I totally like with JHN going back down and revamping his career down there. I could totally see him maybe.
I respect it.
Yeah, I do. I love it. I love seeing him killing it down there. I could see him maybe, taking the full Xfinity tour over again and maybe hopping one of them Joe Gibbs cars, line that up. I don't think it'd be a positive move for him to move up there. And I mean, I haven't heard that Priest rumor until now, but it's like if Priest moved that, I mean, he's a, Kevin Harvick Incorporated affiliate driver, him and Stenhouse are. So
right.
I could that's one rumor. I'm like, well, I could maybe see some doors opening there. But to replace Almirola and Smithfield money with little old Ryan Priest, that's a hard one to put my head around.
Charlie Rhodes says, I prefer
Ricky
Nemechek over
Stenhouse.
Ricky Stenhouse.
Oh, man. Ricky's just really screwed his shit on. So I like Ricky. I mean, I think he's a wheelman, but he's also made a bunch of mess ups. And it's like, everybody rags on, Ricky Stenhouse. And I'm like, I mean, I can't even back him up. He's kind of put himself in that nickname.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have huge news that came out a couple weeks ago. 2 weeks ago? Last week? Something like that. Matty D losing his ride. Everybody's heartbroken. He was never able to show up to a win. I'm still sad. And Matty D, dude, he's like the nicest guy in NASCAR. Everybody
isn't
cannot
Matty D your
hate.
boy?
Matty D is
Matty
one of
D
my
your
boys. Definitely.
Yeah. Man. Like, the thing is, October last year, I think we talked about it the other week, was like, they said Austin Cindric in 2022 was going to the 21. So automatically it was like, well, Matty D's out. And then, Matty D was like, oh my gosh, I'm heartbroken. I think everybody likes Matty D. He's a good feel-good story. But it's, like you said, man, he hasn't produced that dub. We haven't got the win. He's had a couple opportunities now where he's choked. And they really haven't been there. They've had some good runs, but they haven't been there week in and week out. They're kind of starting to plug away now. But then they announce, Brad's leaving. So what's going to happen with the 21 and the 2, and who's going to go to the 2 now? And I guess Matty D had a light of hope, but then they announced Cindric, and out of nowhere, Harry B's coming up, so they're going to sign him, and now Matty D's just all pissed off at the world, and it's like, well, dude, you knew this was happening like a year ago, man. Why are you mad? Like,
you had your opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, you still got some races left to try to get something done, but I really don't know if we see Matty D in a Cup ride next year. I mean,
Michelle said someone will pick up Matty D, and here's my theory, okay?
Let's hear it.
If it happens, if Matty D finds a Cup ride this year, it will be in the 38. Fast Pasta has not been re-signed yet. He hasn't made anything happen. I know that's a tough ride to make anything happen with Front Row. But that being said, Fast Pasta, Anthony Alfredo, he has the sponsorships that will follow him. Side by side with Matt DiBenedetto, Anthony Alfredo has $10 million in sponsorships that will follow him wherever he goes. And Matty D is kind of just trying to squeeze into a sponsorship that already exists on a charter.
Yeah. I
hate to say that, Nick. I know that's your boy too, and you've been heartbroken over it all.
I had written down a few possibilities where he could go, and we already spoke on a couple.
Y'all give me 2 seconds real quick.
Yeah, for sure. Well, let's talk about him, dude. What do you think?
All right. I'm again just speculation. I'm just hoping that it's it could be one of these guys. It might not be, but he could go to either JTG car.
Yeah.
Possibility. Front Row 38, like you're saying with Anthony Alfredo. But yeah, Alfredo's got sponsors. Matt DiBenedetto doesn't. But and then also another being the Richard Petty 43 car with Eric Jones, because that's another one of those contracts that's ending at the end of this year, and we still don't know where he's going, if he's going to stay.
Right. And I haven't heard Eric Jones' name up there anywhere, top even 15 maybe this year. So he had his opportunity. They might re-sign him. I'm not sure. He just really hasn't made the news. I haven't heard much of Eric Jones anywhere.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of guys and everything that I wrote down that have contracts ending at the end of this year. And I don't exactly know about Austin Dillon or Tyler Reddick. The 2 RCR guys, they have undisclosed contracts that I don't know anything about, but I would assume that both would probably end up staying in those rides for next year.
Sorry, I had to go into dad mode real quick, guys. Yeah. Sorry about that.
No worries, man. No worries.
Taking care of business over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Matty D, man. He's just got to produce Fast Pasta.
Sorry to put you on blast. I tuned in to see Dakota, not surprised to see an empty chair instead.
Don't listen to him. He's sick in the head. Yeah, man. That's another thing. Is when I saw Anthony Alfredo get signed, I was like, really? Like, the guy that flipped the 21 car at Kansas or whatever? And, I mean, I hate seeing guys get rushed up from Xfinity to Cup. Like, boom! Like, when John Hunter went to the 38, I was like, dude, really? Like, why?
I think that's happening with Harrison Burton. I think he needs one more year.
I said in our show is a great opportunity for Harry, but I'd like to see him blossom a little more. Yeah, he's kind of hot in Xfinity right now, but get a little more experience, get maybe some more wins down there, and kind of mature a little bit. He's super young, and then getting thrown into a decent ride in the 21. I'm like, well, dude, man, we rushed these kids up. We saw, William Byron. I kind of like Willie B, but damn, for like 4 years, I was like, dude, he killed it in trucks, killed Xfinity, and then wasn't shit in the 24. I mean, sorry for cussing. Wasn't nothing in the 24. And it was like, dude, but now, we're seeing Willie B come out of his shell. It's just, I think it takes a couple years for these guys to get going. So when they get rushed up so young, I'm like,
yeah.
Ugh.
And going back to John Hunter Nemechek, I feel like he rushed to Cup as well because he was doing good. And I mean, he's going back to, after racing in truck or Cup and then going back to truck. I know it kind of, drivers never want to kind of go backwards and go back to down series, but he's a champion in the truck series right now. You know what I mean? I will be very excited to see when John Hunter Nemechek takes the championship in the truck series.
Yeah, I think we all expect that to happen. He's destroying it down there, revamping his whole career and his name. But if some crazy ass incident happens in the playoffs and he doesn't win it, I think all our jaws will be dropped and all like, what the hell just happened?
Michelle said one guy I'd like to see win more in Cup is Cole Custer. We got to meet Cole Custer, Nick. That was awesome.
His signature is somewhere on this shirt.
Yeah, it is. That was actually pretty badass.
I wanted to switch gears and talk about Stuart Haas. So perfect that she brings that up. We already kind of hit on Eric Almirola a little bit, but do you think that Chase Briscoe and Cole Custer's rides are safe?
I think that Chase Briscoe is safe. Cole Custer.
So I think like the way I try to see it too is like with this no practice, no qualifying crap all these kids are dealing with too is like Custer's had to get a whole year in. He got the Kentucky win last year on the crazy restart, but no practice, no qualifying. So it's taking even more time for these guys to get used to the cars and the track. Briscoe's the same way this year. He's got maybe a little more opportunity with the practices and qualifying at some of the races. But and then another thing, like give these guys a couple of years. I'm not sold on Custer. I don't not like him, but I don't have nothing that I'm like, yeah, I like that kid. He's just there, man. Like he's just in the 41. I'd love to see a little more pizzazz out of him. I like Briscoe. I liked him in Xfinity. He was killing it.
There's not much he can do when he's only this tall, and I'm sitting down.
I want to see Briscoe blossom. I don't know if it's in the 14 car. I mean, Clint Boyer really didn't do much in it, but I think he's running par to where Clint ran in it, if not better. Give Briscoe a couple more years, and maybe we can see some more out of him. But I'm happy we saw some lime of light out of Stuart Haas this last race, or forever ago now it seems, with this off week. We're halfway. But, you know, it's good to see Stuart Haas getting some speed back out of the cars. And who would have thought Almirola gets their first one of the season?
Yeah. I know. I was not expecting that, man.
Me neither.
You know, that kind of brings us to a new subject. I mean, anything goes in NASCAR or with us right now. But, you know, we have so many people fighting to secure a Cup Series car. Why? I mean, it right now is the most dire year before last of the year before, because we have the next gen car being introduced in 2022. We have a few people that's practicing it a little bit and did test drives, but I mean, you know what I mean? Matty D wants to be able to not lose a whole year driving the new next gen car.
Yep.
How y'all feel about the next gen car?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sold on the looks. They really hit it out of the park. I was kind of nervous when they were all, we're going to release them tomorrow at 11 a couple months ago. And when they showed them, I was like, dude, those look freaking sick. However, I'm curious on how they're going to race. We don't know. They finally got some chassis out this past week, and some teams are going to get testing here in a couple months. I'm interested. I hope we get to see some video and footage. I want to see these cars, multiple cars on track, and see how they race against each other. I think it's only up from here with the package we have. I mean, I don't expect it to be worse. And I'm not saying all racing's been bad, but everybody hears about the 550 package, and I don't think anyone's really a super fan of it.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. But with the new next-gen car, we're like Brandon says, the Chevys look badass. I mean, they do. And even the Mustangs do, man. It's just like they're chasing the more street legal look. You know what I mean? And they're looking more of the Chevrolets, and they're looking more like the Mustangs.
They look mean, dude. Really they look so mean.
Nick, you were actually the one that got to get up close and personal with it up at Nashville when we went. And you,
I was really about to bring that up.
Yeah,
that Mustang is sexy, man. I'm telling you,
dude.
Just getting to be up there close and personal with it, like pictures don't do it justice, man. They are awesome, like 2 feet away.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, because I know you guys, I've seen you guys at Nashville, but I was like, over at the Ford Expo, they had the Ford Mustang there, and just getting to see it and look at it and see the, one lug wheel and all that and the brakes. It's like, dude, this thing is sexy as hell. Like, this thing looks so good. I just hope I hope it races good. I like.
Did you see how big the wheels are on it, man?
Yeah,
going from a 15-inch steel wheel to what is it, 18-inch all aluminum alloy wheel?
Yep.
And it's just, that's not much of a difference when you play it in your head, but when you see it, you're like, whoa, that's huge.
Yeah. And
So
the one leg.
The tires are going to be completely different now. They're going to have to completely redesign them and come up with new compounds and stuff like that on an 18-inch versus a 15-inch. So
I've been trying to get Goodyear to give me some info on those tires. They won't answer me back.
I feel like crew chiefs are literally going to have to scrap everything. And another thing, like we were talking about drivers going forward, is with the next gen coming out, like everybody's got to throw their old books out and start fresh. You know, could some of these guys that haven't proven themselves be dominators now, or is Cream going to rise to the top as usual, or the fast guy's still going to be fast? I don't know, but I think it's going to be very interesting, and we're going to see some different racing next year for sure.
Hey, a bigger wheel means less gas miles, right?
Yeah. See some crazy fuel mileage. Engineers are just heads are like blowing up because they don't know what's going on.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm excited to see it. Full composite body. I'm excited to. Well, I say I'm excited, but the first like real wreck with this like new NASCAR body, we're gonna see a big difference because it's a full composite body type NASCAR, and I don't know how that's going to do with the wreck. Honestly, I don't know. I know it's not supposed to crush as easy, but sometimes that crush gives a little forgiveness. You know what I mean?
Well, that's for sure.
Well, if it's anything like the Xfinity, composite bodies, they hit the wall and keep on ticking, dude. It seems like they can just not destroy these cars, and I love seeing that. I think we all love the Xfinity series, form they have going. It's awesome racing, and if these guys could hit each other and not blow a tire immediately, or hit the wall and keep on ticking like they do at Darlington a little bit, I'm all for it, man. I want to see a big, bad, gnarly, tough car.
Yeah, I think we all do.
We're all ready for beating and banging once again. I want to see I want to see a fight this year. That's all I want to see.
Oh, we were talking about that last week, man. So Dakota, I have a theory. We have 2 road courses coming up, right? Number 11, Dennis Hamlin. He hasn't won. What's going on this year with him? So my theory is we're gonna have a brand new winner of the season be in second place. Chase Elliott's going to be in first place, and Hamlin's going to be in third. Hamlin's going to spin out that second place winner in hopes that he doesn't win, so Hamlin's not knocked out of the playoff points.
Are you talking about
this is going to happen? No, I'm talking about before the next last 4 races we have. It's going to happen.
Dude, that's the thing too. Is they say, well, as of right now, he's the regular season points leader, and say we get more winners, and they bump Denny out. Whoever's 16th automatically gets bumped out because whoever's the points leader and champion automatically gets a spot. So I don't know if that will happen if we get that many winners or we get more winners, but it would be kind of crazy if it did, because it'd be like all these rules in the back of the rule book that are like, fuck, we didn't expect this to actually happen, and like now like. Denny Hamlin hasn't won. Say he doesn't. He might win. But if he doesn't win and then he knocks out somebody with a win, like the whole system's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Well, that does bring me to, I made a little segment, will there be a new winner before playoffs? I mean, I think there's a possibility just because we have road courses. We have Ross Chastain that's pretty decent at a road course. We have Matty D has shown up at road courses. He hasn't been able to produce a W yet, but I mean, there are people in there that are road kings, and they will show up.
Yeah, Harvick and Hamlin still not having a win. The Stewart-Haas boys like Chase Briscoe and Cole Custer, they're good at road courses too. So yeah, I definitely think that we're going to see a new winner before the end of the regular season.
The last 2 races we've produced new winners, and Indy road course, Chase Briscoe got it done last year, but that was a crazy good race. I mean, I am team not Indy road course. I love the traditional oval, but I'm still going to watch this race, and, Briscoe could be a threat. Anybody could get up there. Kevin Harvick and Denny Hamlin still have yet to win. They dominated last year. I imagine we will see at least 2 more winners before the playoffs. I guess we got 4 or 5 races left. It's going to be nuts. And Daytona, man. The table's wide open for Daytona.
Exactly.
Mac and McDowell got done at the 500.
We have Watkins Glen, Indianapolis, Michigan, and Daytona left. Oh man, dude. I think, yeah, like you said, Daytona is going to be a random ass winner.
Okay,
Corey
4 races,
LaJoie is
yeah.
going to win Daytona. You heard it here first.
I've been saying that all year.
You have. You're the only person that played Corey
Save the
LaJoie
clip.
this year in our fantasy lineup, and he paid off for you during the 500, right?
Right. I believe Corey LaJoie finished like 6th or 7th
Nice.
in the Daytona 500. So, yeah. I played a whole bunch
Dude,
of, those guys.
He plugs away
Dakota,
at the speedways, man.
Do
Yeah.
you play fantasy?
I did a little, like, at the beginning of the season with some friends, and, it just got to where it's like, oh, crap, I forgot to move drivers around. I forgot to do it. I was always like, oh, crap, the race is starting. I forgot to, look at it. I'd always forget about it. But me and a couple buddies, we got a little, our own little group or little fantasy thing we make up. And we do like every week, we pick a driver. Like, you can pick any driver, but once you pick them, you can't pick them again. So you kind of got to, divvy up the whole season. But then we kind of like whoever finishes ahead of each other in that race gets a point. And if your pick wins the race, you get double points. So we kind of make like our own little chart system, and then we make it when the playoffs start. Your pick selection is restart. So for the playoffs, you get all your picks back. But now through the playoffs, you can only pick a guy once, and it kind of goes all the way down the line. Like we've done that for like the last couple of years, and it's been really fun. Like it comes down to Homestead Phoenix. It was who's gonna get it. It's coming down to the nitty gritty. But it was always fun.
Definitely.
That sounds like fun. You got to add me into that next year.
Yeah, me too. That does sound like fun.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's pretty fun, man. Because you got to strategize when you pick. Like you can't just go picking top guys every week. You got to be strategic about it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Man, I'm going crazy without any NASCAR guys. I can't even tell you. Have y'all rewatched anything yet?
Oh man, I was really watching some random ass stuff on YouTube the other day. I watched the Post Malone video, and then I watched the behind the scenes on the Post Malone video just to see Bubba and Denny walking around. It was weird. And then I actually took my wife out to dinner the other night, and she seen one of her friends out or whatever, and this dude was like, "Yeah, man, I like NASCAR too." And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And he was like, "No, yeah, man, you excited for Watkins Glen this weekend?" And I was like, "Yeah, if only it was this weekend." And he was like, "No, yeah, Watkins Glen Sunday." And I was like, "No, man, it's off. They're doing the 2 weeks off, man. It sucks, the Olympics and everything." And he was like, "No, dude, they're at Watkins Glen Sunday." He was correcting me. And I was like, "Okay, man, watch Watkins Glen Sunday. I hope you enjoy it." And he was like, I think they are. And I was like, "Yeah, you know more than me apparently. I don't know." It was a funny thing. He looked it up and he's like, "Oh, dude, what?" Yeah, he had no idea that they were even doing an off break. And I was like, "Yeah, I wasn't gonna argue with you, but
you can't argue with people like that."
No.
I was just like, "Okay, man, sure." Yeah, man.
So,
I have a big withdrawal. This is week 1 too.
Yeah, true. So Team Hendrick, man, they started off strong in the year, man. Where are they at?
They're still there.
You think so? You don't think
man,
they used all that JJ juice during the whole Kyle Larson domination?
They've all got to win. They're all in the playoffs. They're all going to be very close to the end. I have a feeling that literally all 4 Hendrick drivers at least make the top 8.
You're an Elliott boy, right?
Yeah,
right,
big
Nick?
time.
Yes, yeah, the 9. I remember that. So, they were going on a tear there. Can they be stopped? How long is this going to go on? And then we heard a little bit on DBC them talking about this whole nose debacle. And then it was Nashville when Kyle just whooped the hell out of them. Then they're like, we all heard the rumors that NASCAR was like, "Hey, we see what you're doing. Don't do it again." And then all of a sudden, we haven't really seen a Hendricks car. I mean, I guess Alex Bowman got it at Pocono, but they haven't really gone on a tear. I mean, Chase Elliott got a road course win. I don't feel like that really played in. But I almost feel like they're like, hey, they're kind of catching on. Let's hold back. We're already in the playoffs. On that round of 8, I expect all 4 to probably be in the round of 8 if they make it. I think round of 8, they're gonna be like, "Hey, get that shit back off the shelf. Let's bring it. We're taking it. We're going all hard." bring 10 things. Hope they catch 3 or whatever, 7. Who you still got a couple things. I think they showed a little bit of their cards, and now they're like, hey, keep that secret playbook for the playoffs. Like, watch some Hendrick cars in playoffs, man. I think they're gonna be fast.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yeah, I mean they're all cheating. It's just who gets caught. And then hell, it seems like the 19 gets caught every freaking week.
Oh,
It's like
you
the
know
dummy
what?
for Joe Gibbs Racing.
Definitely. I'm impressed. We were talking about it last show, Nick, with Martin Truex team catching that penalty and then turning around and finishing third.
Yeah.
Was it third,
Yeah.
fifth, something like that?
Yeah,
that was
it was
impressive.
Yeah.
Which race?
Martin Truex Jr. at what was that? Atlanta or was that? Oh,
Yeah,
New
Atlanta
Hampshire?
they start.
No,
Atlanta
New
they start at
Hampshire.
the back.
New
New Hampshire, New Hampshire they wrecked.
In the
Oh,
beginning.
yeah,
And they
that's
came
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Atlanta, they got caught cheating, as usual, and then still came back for a P3 finish. So, I mean, maybe that car could have been looked at more. But he was
What
on
happened
rails.
in Atlanta? I didn't catch that.
Failed pre-race inspection like 4 or 5 times, and as
Oof.
usual, went to the back. And it seems like they do that every week, dude. But when they do,
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Been there,
Hey,
done
bros.
that.
Been there, done that. While we're talking about Joe Gibbs Racing and everything, we have Kyle Busch has been having the time of his life on vacation. Have you seen any of his videos on Instagram?
Man, those videos are hilarious. It's good to see that kind of side from Kyle Busch.
Dancing on stripper poles and everything. It's hilarious.
Taking shots.
Dude. I know, dude. And you knew me at the beginning of the season and all throughout. I have never been a Kyle Busch fan. I stand strong on that. After this weekend, I have lightened up on Kyle Busch, and I'm getting his sense of humor. And I like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
I like it a lot. It's beautiful. Kyle Busch, man, he's got quite a sense of humor on him. And you see it all the time at the racetracks, but now you get to see it when he's not on the racetrack and chilling with his boys, his wife, his kids, and everything. It's cool to see, man. I want a little bit more of that.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's a lot of fun, man. I was showing my girlfriend and just showing her the videos and just thought it was hilarious, man. Kind of making me a fan a little bit. I mean, the 18, we all hate him, but I like it a lot. Like I said.
Yeah, man.
I think we lost Dakota back in Nam.
My dog is going crazy right now.
But I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Who's taking that home?
Oh boy. My go-to would be Kyle Larson.
Kyle Larson taking it home. I would have said that at the beginning or 3 weeks ago. I think I posted on social media. You asked me 3 weeks ago. Kyle Larson's taking home the championship. Now, I don't think so, man.
Well, who you got?
Don't. I think that Joe Gibbs Racing is going to start showing up. I really do. I think Denny Hamlin, he hasn't gotten a W yet. Oh, he's back. He's back.
dude, I got this stuff happening every week. I got technical malfunctions. I gotta fire my IT guy. He's a piece of crap.
It literally just happened to me last week, so don't feel bad about it.
It's been happening to me a lot lately, and I'm like, oh, dude, I gotta either get a computer or get something else. Because I feel like I have pretty good internet. Like my buddy Rousink's always saying, like, it's your internet, and I'm like, well, like I play online and stuff, and everything works fine. But it's only when we do StreamYard I have some sort of glitch. It happens to me all the time. But
It's
sorry
all
for
good,
that.
brother.
I'm back.
So we're on championship predictions. Who's taking that home?
Oh man, like I don't know, dude. I could totally see some crazy wildness and Chase Elliott go back to back.
Drop in the comments if you're watching right now. Who's taking home the championship trophy for 2021?
I could see some voodoo magic happening, and Chase Elliott goes back to back, and it's like, oh my gosh, how do you do it? I think everybody's looking at Larson, but he's kind of been off the radar for a bit. But hey, everybody's looking at Kevin Harvick last year, and where'd that get him? So I really, until you get to that final 8, I don't know who's going to take it. I mean, there's been a lot of consistent guys up there. Kyle Busch is scary, dude. That 18 seems to be up front every week at every race. I mean, he crashed at New Hampshire, so that don't count, but he was leading when he crashed.
Yep.
I wouldn't sleep on that 18 car, man. I don't know.
That's what I just got done saying. I think that
Yeah.
Joe Gibbs Racing they're sleeping right now. I mean, they have been, but I think they're going to start showing up. I think Denny Hamlin's going to get his W.
Yeah.
Kyle Busch has not finished winning this year yet. I know that for a fact because, like you said, he's running up front a lot, and it's kind of exciting. We were just talking while you were having technical difficulties. The whole Kyle Busch. Have you checked out any of his Instagram videos that he's been posting?
I mean, he's pretty much the one keeping us entertained this whole
That's what
time.
I'm saying, dude. He's like kind of making me a fan, and I fucking hate Kyle Busch.
It's super weird. It's weird as hell and cringy, but dude, I'm here for it. It's like, what is going on down there and wherever the hell they are? It's a little wild. It's getting wet and wild down in the Bahamas or whatever they're doing, but it's funny as hell. What I keep loving is they keep doing like the fake press releases and stuff with like, Kyle, what would you like to say? And it's funny, man. They're having fun at least. I love seeing drivers. I love seeing drivers' personalities, not just the typical pit road microphone in the face crap. Like, or hey, I'm brought to you by so and so commercial. Like, I love seeing them like just being funny and wilding and drinking and shit. Like, oh my god, they're real people. It's fun to watch.
Leslie Terry said Ross Chastain's going to take home the championship trophy.
Nice.
I would not put all my marbles in that basket.
Charlie Rose says Truex going to take the W.
Who won the Spring Phoenix race? I mean, you put Truex in Final Four, and I imagine he's going to be fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Most definitely.
I don't know. I wouldn't count Harvick out for some reason, even though he doesn't have a win yet, but even still, I mean, all he's got to do is win Phoenix to make his. All he's got to do is win Phoenix, and honestly, he probably is the best at Phoenix. So.
Yeah, I mean, he ain't been the same since they kind of redid it, but he's good at Phoenix. They've been consistent. I mean, we had some bad races, but Kevin's been plugging away solid top 10 runs, even when he's got a bad car on that day. Like, he's always up there, at least top 15, top 10. If he can at least consistently get through this, hiatus where that bubble's getting tight for the playoffs, and if he can at least get a win or get that bubble the hell away, I wouldn't sleep on him in the playoffs. He might who knows? Rodney might figure something out, and Kevin go on a tear like Tony did. 2011 when Tony Stewart just destroyed the playoffs and won like 5 in a row.
Yeah. Speaking of that guy right there above my shoulder today.
Yeah,
old Tony Stewart.
He's got all the cutouts, dude. Nice.
He's a new addition to the studio.
Hell yeah!
But speaking of the bubble, man, I really, 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 really want, and I know it's not going to happen, Tyler Reddick to hold above that cutoff line, man. Tyler Reddick, I like him, dude. He's I'm up and coming.
I got my eyes on Reddick, man, because Kevin's going to retire one day, so I've been kind of cropping the field, seeing who I like, and I like Reddick. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen to RCR, and I don't know if Reddick in the 8 car stays forever, but Reddick can drive. He's kind of reminds me of like a young, Kyle Larson. He's a wheel man. I don't know if he's, the same talent, but Reddick can wheel a car, and when he's got a good hot rod that day, he shows it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Me and Nick always talk about Reddick holds that up against the wall, and he's good at it, dude. Like an 1/8 of an inch off the wall the entire day, and it's just whoa.
Always fun to watch him race at Homestead, dude. He's always the one to watch.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Those two at RCR fighting over that last spot, and if we get another new winner, then they're both out.
Yeah, that's a rough spot right there. You got 2 cars on your team, and they're both battling for the playoff spots. Well, that's another thing, man. Who says Michigan doesn't turn into a fuel mileage race and Austin Dillon gets a win? Then Reddick's out.
That's true.
Vice versa, or anybody back in the back. If we get a fuel mileage race at any of these races, it's all up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
What race did that come down to where what was it? Was it Alex Bowman that no, it was William Byron had to pit because it came down to fuel. You remember that was like 4 or 5 races ago? That broke my heart.
Pocono, we had that good fuel mileage race where Kyle Busch had the broken transmission, and that gave him the lucky strategy to pit again and top it off with fuel and then wins the race.
Yep.
Well, exactly. What are the odds of that?
I think everybody counted him out when they were talking about the transmission issues and everything.
Oh,
even
Steve what? Yeah.
Even Steve Letarte said on the broadcast, he's like, I'm playing on my fantasy and I'm taking Kyle Busch out for Ryan Blaney, and guess who ended up winning?
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I wrote, I was like, well, 18 ain't winning today, okay. And then, lo and behold, yeah, the race goes green. The race goes yellow, he ain't winning. Race goes
Yeah.
green all the way, he saves enough fuel. I mean, it was cliche Kyle Busch.
Yeah, definitely. Kyle F. Bush.
KFB, man. Can't sleep on him. He's fucking awesome.
Yeah, he really is, though, man.
Yeah,
I'm more excited about it.
I used to be a big hater on Kyle, and the more older I got, I'm like, dude, you just gotta acknowledge the talent, man. He's freaking awesome.
Yep.
Oh no, 100%. It's the attitude I can't get past. But I'm starting to learn that Denny Hamlin has more of a stuck-up nose than Kyle Busch does.
I think he's the guy we need though. Like we need Kyle in the sport. We need
Nick, you called that. That's what you say all the time.
Yeah, we need that attitude. We need that, snot nose, kit brat attitude. Like no one likes him, but he's awesome. The guy wins, and people hate to see him win. So gets everybody involved, gets you into it. It's fun to watch. I used to hate it, but I just acknowledge the greatness, man. Like one day he's not gonna be here. One day he's not gonna be here, and we're like, dude, that guy was good.
Right.
Denny Hamlin, man. To me, he's like the playboy of our Cup drivers. Like Denny low-key doesn't say a lot, but he's got the money. He gets girls. He's always flaunting. He goes golfing. He owns nightclubs. Like he's rocking J's on pit road. Like he's the fly boy of the Cup drivers. He just doesn't really boast it that much. Yeah. I don't know. Denny's grown on me.
Joe Graff Jr. He's the one that's rocking Jordans down on pit road too.
Joe Graff,
have you seen that man's shoe collection?
No.
Oh my god, dude! He probably has at least 3,000 pairs of shoes, man. It's insane, and he's proud of it.
Really? I'd have to. I don't even know if I follow him. I have to check that out.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool cat to follow.
Oh yeah.
Well. What's y'all's plan for the rest of the week? I'm definitely probably going to be watching 3 or 4 different replays. I'm missing me some Jeff Gordon. I haven't heard his voice in a minute since him moving on to Hendrick, and I'm hoping he's going to be coming around sometime soon.
Dude, I got a long work week ahead of me starting tomorrow, but next weekend again is going to be weird. I got some friends talking about going to a dirt track race next Saturday, so I might just go out there with them and try to get my fix in, maybe do some content or something. But I'm like, yeah, I need some sort of racing, whether it's old races or new races. I got to do something because I don't know what to do on my weekends. I didn't even know the Olympics started. Like I was like, oh, did it start? Is it?
I haven't even watched the Olympics because this is what's happening. I can't watch NASCAR because of the Olympics. What?
Yeah, I don't
know what to do with my hands.
I get it, NBC. I get NBC's, they got to put all their money on that. But I'm still like, yeah, can we get the show on the road, man? I need to watch my racing.
Yeah, for real.
I'd like to do like a watch along if the video wasn't going to take 3 hours, but.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Do like some old race, go back in time and watch it together, comment. Just turn off the commentators and we'll take over.
There you go.
When I get like super down that path, I like to go back and watch old races I was like at, or like if I went to them, I like to go watch those old races because I didn't get to watch it originally on TV.
That's
and then I'm like, oh man, yeah, wait, I remember this.
Maybe we'll do like a commentating for a race, but it's like no beers, moonshine only, and then we'll just narrate the whole race.
That'd be funny. But
I'm like
3/4 of the way through. Yeah, 3/4 of the way through, you're just like,
yeah,
that would be pretty good. Do a watch party.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I think that brings us to the end of a pretty successful episode.
Yeah,
I had fun. I appreciate you, Chairgatin. If you guys aren't following Chairgatin, you can find them. You know what, Dakota? You take it off. How can people find you guys?
Hey, boys, Chairgatin representing. We're just like these guys. We're talking everything NASCAR. You're talking all the hot gossip, going to races. We're doing content. We're having a great time. Beers on us if you see us. It's a fun time, man. I'm glad I'm making friends with all you guys. Check us out on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. I post a little bit on Facebook, but man, we're getting rowdy. We're posting stuff. Go follow us along. Follow Rattlesnake. Follow me, Dakota Drake 4. Follow these guys. It's all fun, man. Get yourself to some races because we're all getting rowdy.
When is your next race, Dakota?
Oh, so dude, like I was talking to Joe earlier, man. Like I don't miss Daytona. However, this year the rate, like I usually take my girl down to Daytona because it's around her birthday in August now. And like last year I took her for her birthday, but this year she's like, I don't want to go to Daytona for her birthday. And I'm like, I'm like, you're killing me here. And the race is literally on her birthday, and I'm like, I can't do this to her, but I'm like, I want to go. But so I'm gonna bite the bullet and miss Daytona this go around, and I know I'll be there in spirit with you guys, but
Yeah, we'll spread your ashes around the track while we're there.
Or at least we're gonna have a big party for her here at the house, and I'm gonna grill out, and I'm like, yeah, your party, the race is on. But I'm definitely gonna be tuned in. But I think we're making a Darlington run, and I still gotta get that lined up. But we already got Bristol tickets, so I'll definitely be at Bristol. And I don't miss Dega. Dega is my livelihood. That's where I let everything go and be free.
So you're gonna be at Dega then?
Oh yeah, I always go Dega. Both of them, I don't miss.
Hell
Dega.
yeah, brother! We're gonna be there too.
Yeah, man, we gotta get together at some of these races, dude. It's gonna be fun.
And we've already gotten together. What?
Yeah, I've hung out with y'all
Atlanta
twice
that
now.
was just passed. Yeah, Atlanta,
And I got to see y'all in
Nashville.
Nashville. Yeah.
And where'd we meet you? Didn't we meet you at like another race, Darlington?
No, Charlotte. I seen you.
Or was it Charlotte?
I seen you at Charlotte, but it was like I was like, wait, that was a Sunday NASCAR, and y'all were like going, and I seen the camera, and I was like,
Oh shit,
it just didn't work. And then that's when I messaged y'all like, oh man, we gotta get together. But
oh yeah,
we live in Georgia, man. If we do that like stream thing, we ought to get together for any race or something. If we don't get to go to one, we ought to get together and watch a race or something.
Hell yeah.
100%.
Yeah, man,
And
it's fun.
I'm not opposed to going to a dirt track because here in Georgia we have a lot of good dirt tracks around.
Man. Definitely work it out. Like I'm all like I got a kid and a freaking wife and a whole career and stuff. Like I gotta plan. I gotta plan stuff way ahead of time. I can't just like flip of the fly like go do stuff. So I'm always like, hey, next weekend, what time? Like I gotta.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, if y'all want to do something like that, man, let's plan it out. I'm definitely down.
We'll keep it in mind. Well, until next time, guys. Sundays for NASCAR and Chairgatin. Y'all take care.
Hey, good talking.
Peace.